Hello children, today we will discuss about oxidation number for each covalent bond, that is in compounds which are having covalent bonds. Now if the covalent bond is existing between two dissimilar atoms, assign the oxidation number of +1 to the less electronegative element and -1 to the more electronegative element. तो यहाँ पे CH3COOH का एग्जाम्पल लेके हम समझते हैं. ओके, सो हियर इफ आई राइट इट प्रॉपरली, आई हैव CH3COOH रिटन एज एक हाइड्रोजन यहाँ है, हाइड्रोजन यहाँ. सो हियर यू आर हैविंग हाइड्रोजन एंड वन ऑफ द कार्बन, it is bonded with a double bond with oxygen and a single bond with OH. तो अगर हम नंबर दे दें ये दोनों कार्बन को, लेट मी टेक दिस एज कार्बन नंबर 1 एंड दिस एज कार्बन नंबर 2. सो ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर ऑफ C2 अगर हमें फाइंड करना है, देन लुक एट द एलिमेंट्स विथ विच इट इज बॉन्डेड. इट इज बॉन्डेड विथ हाइड्रोजन्स, 3 हाइड्रोजन्स है, तो हाइड्रोजन लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट है. सो व्हाट विल आई डू, आई विल राइट 3 विथ +1 चार्ज. ठीक है, प्लस ये कार्बन का हमें नहीं पता, आई विल टेक इट एज X एंड इट इज देन बॉन्डेड टू 1 COOH ग्रुप. 4 कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड है ना कार्बन के साथ. आउट ऑफ द 4, 3 इज with hydrogen, so I will give 3 into +1 and 1 group is COOH. It is more electronegative, so I will take it as -1 and it is a neutral compound, so it will be equal to 0. Okay, so what do I have? 3 plus X minus 1 equal to 0, so that is X plus 2 equal to 0, that is X is equal to -2. So oxidation number of C2, it is coming out as -2. ठीक है. Now let us observe for C1 group, oxidation number of C1. ठीक है, तो C1 ये है ना, ये कार्बन है. ठीक, सो ये जो C1 है इसके साथ 4 बॉन्ड होना है, 1 2 3 4. ओके, नाउ at one end it is bonded with a CH3 group and OH minus to the other end and one with C double bond O के साथ है. So what is the oxidation state we will assign to CH3? It is less electronegative, so therefore +1 हम लिखेंगे. ठीक है, ये बॉन्ड के साथ it is having CH3, so I will assign +1 प्लस ये कार्बन का मैं X ले लेती हूँ and there is an oxygen here, so उसके साथ 1 oxygen है with a charge as -2 and there is 1 OH. OH, what is the charge existing with it? It is -1. OH minus लिखते हैं ना हम, charge on OH will be -1 and this should be equal to 0. So let us see what is the value you obtain. 1 plus X minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. ठीक है, so I have X minus 2, that is -3 plus 1 equal to 0. So X is equal to 2 I will obtain. Followed, so oxidation number of carbon 1 I get it as +2. I hope it is clear. Okay, next, when you have covalent bond between two similar atoms or between two similar atoms which are further attached to similar species, then each atom will be given the oxidation number of 0. तो अब ऐसा कंपाउंड है, देखो C3O2. So here C3 and O2, it is having a structure of this kind. अब यहाँ पे ये जो कार्बन है it is bonded to similar atoms. Okay, so this carbon will be given the oxidation state 0. It is bonded to similar atoms and those atoms are again bonded to same kind of atoms. तो ये अब ये -2 है, so this will be +2. This again is -2, so this will be +2. Got it everyone? So this is how, when similar kind of atoms are bonded covalently, then you should take it in this manner. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर ऑफ मेटल in the metal amalgam. Now this word amalgam, what does it tell you? Amalgam is the metal alloy, any metal, its alloy with mercury will be called as amalgam. Any metal, if it forms alloy with mercury, mercury is also metal, it is a liquid metal, isn't it? कोई भी metal अगर mercury के साथ alloy बनाता है, then that will be called as amalgam. You have learnt of sodium amalgam when we were doing S block element, okay? Then you have zinc amalgam. In all these amalgams, no, the oxidation state of the metal, no, it will be remaining 0 because they are considered to be in their elementary state. ठीक है? Similarly, metal in the metal carbonyl, जैसे FeCO, this is Fe with 5 carbonyl groups bonded to it. Nickel with 4 carbonyl. This is nickel tetracarbonyl. This is iron pentacarbonyl. You can have another carbonyl like say CrCO6, which is chromium hexacarbonyl group, carbonyl compound. इन सब में ये सारे जो metals है, they are having 0 oxidation state. और वो इसीलिए क्योंकि ये जो CO ग्रुप है वो न्यूट्रल ग्रुप कहा जाता है. सो इट डज नॉट कैरी एनी चार्ज ऑन इट. सो इट विल बी x प्लस 0 इक्वल टू 0. सो इट विल बी x इज इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है. सो दिस मेटल कार्बोनिल्स है या मेटल जो अमालगम्स है, इन दैट द मेटल्स विल हैव 0 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट. ठीक है. देन अनदर वन कंपाउंड जैसे CrO5. If you just calculate according to the rules which we have obtained, यहाँ पे CrO5x plus 5 into minus 2 will give you, अगर normally अगर तुम calculate करो तो Cr का अगर हमें पता नहीं है तो हम कैसे calculate करेंगे? What is the oxidation state of the chromium in CrO5? Then Cr will take it as x and 5 into oxygen we will take it as minus 2, which is equal to 0, and here you will get it as plus 10. But actually this is wrong. Why? Because we don't know the actual structure of CrO5. The actual structure of CrO5 is in this manner. And what do you observe here? कि out of the 5 oxygens, 2 जो है ना वो bonded है with ऐसा peroxide linkage. Double bond नहीं है. There is a single bond. O single bond O, that is called as the peroxide linkage. So these 4 oxygens, no, they are linked by a single bond and therefore they are peroxides. Okay. So in that case what should you take? X plus एक ऑक्सीजन जो है वो -2 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट होगा with the double bond. Okay. While with the जहाँ पे single bonds है ऑक्सीजन के बीच, that will be peroxide linkage. So how many are there? 4 with -1. और जब भी peroxide होता है तो कौन सा what should you take the oxidation state of oxygen? You should take it as -1. So you get 4 into -1 and here you will get the oxidation state of chromium as X, which implies X is -6 is equal to 0, that is X is equal to 6. So you see the difference here. तो तुमको 10 मिल रहा था but actually it is 6. Okay. So please copy down this. Now look here, one more case you can see here, that wherever there is a coordinate covalent bond existing, then in that case if a coordinate bond is formed between same atoms or dissimilar atoms, but if the donor atom is less electronegative than the acceptor atom, then assign the oxidation number of +2 to the donor atom and -2 to the acceptor atom. तो ये हम एक एग्जाम्पल की तरह अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं. यहाँ देखो ये HCN है. Here C is the donor atom. This is your donor atom. ये हाइड्रोजन साइनाइड. What is the name of this compound? It is hydrogen cyanide. Okay. ठीक है. तो ये तुम्हारा डोनर एटम है. ओके. कार्बन इज योर डोनर एटम एंड दिस इज नाइट्रोजन इज योर एक्सेप्टर एटम. So according to this rule, nitrogen should be given an oxidation state of -2 and carbon should be given as +2. That is what it means to say. Now let us see, conventional way में हमारे पास कोई मेथड नहीं है कार्बन का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट असाइन करने के लिए या नाइट्रोजन का. जब हमने रूल्स पढ़ा था, डिड वी सी दैट एनी रूल टू फाइंड आउट द ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ कार्बन या कार्बन को असाइन करने ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर असाइन करने के लिए कोई रूल था? नहीं था. Even for nitrogen we didn't have it. We had for oxygen, we had for alkali metal, we had for alkaline earth metal, we had for hydrogen. Okay, but in covalent compounds like this, no, carbon या nitrogen, carbon के ऊपर कैसे हम लोग oxidation number assign करें, that is not known to us in presence of nitrogen. तो इधर हम कौन सा है chemical bonding method लेंगे. Now chemical bonding method में क्या बोला था कि कोई भी atom अगर less, कोई भी atom that is carbon, if it is bonded to a less electronegative element, it should be assigned the oxidation state of 1, and if it is bonded to a more electronegative element than itself, then it should be given -1, है ना. तो यहाँ पे ये जो कार्बन है, if you want to find oxidation number of carbon, then carbon is bonded to hydrogen at one end and it is bonded to nitrogen with 3 bonds. अभी हाइड्रोजन जो है वो लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट है, मतलब हम उसको क्या ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट असाइन करेंगे? वी विल असाइन +1 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट. X जो कि कार्बन का है हमें नहीं पता, प्लस नाइट्रोजन के नाइट्रोजन वी शुड असाइन, इट इज मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट दैन कार्बन, सो वी शुड असाइन -1 टू नाइट्रोजन. ओके, -1 टू नाइट्रोजन. बट हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स आर देयर? देयर इज 3 बॉन्ड्स, मतलब 3 टाइम्स NNN होगा ना. So that is 3 CN bonds you can equate it to. So therefore it will be 3 times of -1, and here you will have 1 plus this should be equal to 0, and here you have 1 plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. So x should be equal to 3 plus 3. Got it everyone? Okay. So this is how you should assign the oxidation state to carbon here. Okay, that is in case of HCN. Okay, I am very sorry, here there is a mistake, please note down. Here it should be, it is +1 plus x -3 होगा ना, मैंने 4 लिखा, so that's a mistake, so please change it. Here it should be -2 plus x should be equal to 0, and here you have x is equal to 2. So this carbon has an oxidation number of +2. Okay, that was a mistake, please change it. Now in case of compounds where you find that the donor atom is more electronegative than acceptor atom, for in the case of the isocyanide, that is HNC, here nitrogen is the donor atom and nitrogen is forming a covalent bond with carbon. Here 2 कोवलेंट बॉन्ड्स है और यहाँ पे एक एरो दिख रहा है. व्हाट इज दैट एरो इंडिकेटिंग? इट इज अ कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड. इन दैट केस यू शुड नेग्लेक्ट द कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड. You should neglect the contribution of the coordinate bond. Okay, so that you neglect it. Now here carbon, how many bonds it is having with nitrogen? It is having 2 bonds. So यहाँ पे कार्बन it is bonded to what all things? It is bonded to one hydrogen, that is +1, nitrogen. You neglect that it is a coordinate covalent bond. You simply take it as covalent bond. So you should have your nitrogen ka oxidation state. It should be taken as -3, then plus x equal to 0. So it is +1 -3 plus x is equal to 0. So x should be equal to +2. So in this case nitrogen should have an oxidation state of +2. Okay. So these were few different concepts regarding oxidation states. You can go through it and try to solve. I will give you few questions for solving also. So looking at these concepts and what the concepts you have learnt previously, all that, using that you have to find out oxidation numbers of various elements in a compound. Okay. So that you will be doing it. This was a very small topic. You do this, I'll give you questions, you can do based on this concept the questions. Okay.